I got it. Okay, good. It says we're live. We must be live. Okay, let me X this out.
Tim will love this. Hi, Tim. You'll love this.
Welcome to the Phil and Phil Show. Another episode. I'm Phil,
And I'm Phil.
and we're not ready. Are we ever ready? I don't
We're
know. We're
not.
never ready.
We're not ready at all this week. There's a lot of.
Is anyone ever ready? I don't know. Ay ay ay. I gotta see if Tim's on. I'm gonna go here. The channel. Just keep talking. It says we're live, so I gotta go there. See, I'm still making a mess of this.
Phil, you're doing perfect, man.
There we go. All right.
Perfect.
Boom.
Boom. Another week, another Sunday, another show. So, whether we like it or not, whether we want to turn up or not, we're here.
Thanks, Charlie. Thanks for showing up. Both of us were like, I don't know today. We're not feeling it.
Yeah, thank you, Charlie.
But you know, in life, sometimes you're not feeling it, and you have no choice. You just gotta show up.
So it was really interesting for Phil and I. I said to Phil, "So what's going on?" And Phil's like, "Oh well, whatever." And I was the same. And then after about 5 or 10 minutes, we're like, "But we're not on the show yet." And it's like, So Phil wondered if we were both feeling fear, and I was like, "I don't think it's fear. I just feel that it's resistance, real resistance for whatever reason tonight." I think for me actually, Phil, was I wasn't ready
Mm-hmm.
in myself, and of course we're never ready.
Right.
So sorry guys, we're a little bit late. We were not we were feeling not ready and not realizing it, of course. So yeah, I think Phil, what did you call the show, Phil, tonight?
I don't know if I called it anything.
Oh
But what did I say it was? I was like, oh yeah, from fear to freedom, or
yeah,
fear to empowerment,
from
something
fear
like
to
that.
freedom, I think you said. And
Yeah.
and it's that's really interesting in itself, isn't it? Because if you look at resistance on a level is a type of it's fear. If you look at everything really simply, you've got love or fear, and we're either in love or in fear. And basically, life is, if you cut it down to two really simple things, that's it. You're in love or
Hmm.
fear. So if we're feeling resistance to the show, then for whatever reason we're experiencing fear, and I get that. Um, so it's like, okay, recognize that we're feeling that and get on with it.
Right. So yeah, I was at a raw food potluck yesterday, and then people kind of got into discussing, family and friends rushing out and getting, the medical injection that's going on, and there was a sense of doom and gloom, and feeling like, oh, we can't do anything, and people are going to get hurt, and they were. So I was sensing that feeling, people feeling really down, and then Susan woke up this morning like feeling really down and worried about her family. Are they going to get injured, and are they going to get hurt by this? And I was just like, I was realizing. So at the same time, I was feeling that downness and that doom and gloom. At the same time, I'm realizing like for us, the only way we can deal with it is to shift our own vibration from fear into freedom or empowerment. We have to raise our vibration, because we can come up like, I'm going to do this detox, and I got to do this, and people are worried about like, am I going to catch this even though I'm not injected? Am I going to catch it from somebody else, from the shedding or whatever it is? So there was a lot of that fear, and I'm like, it's all the same thing. It's like, it's fear, and it's what we've all been going through. It's like, well, those people are doing that, and I'm doing this, and like they're going to take away my freedoms, and so there's a lot of that fear, and it's like I know in my heart, like, so even though maybe I'm scared right now, I know in my heart it's really critical that we raise our frequency, we raise our vibration.
So Phil, here I'm using the essences from the coloured mirrors system, and I've only got a little bit left in this bottle, so I don't know if you can see the colour of that or not.
Mm-hmm.
This is fire. It's about the Firewalk, right? And actually, on the level, we're all doing a firewalk because we're
Right.
stepping into the unknown, we're facing our fear. There's a fear that um, if we had this jab that we could become injured. If our friends or family have it, they could become injured. It's another level of control. And if we're not having it, that puts us right on further on the fringe of society. It kind of makes us outcast even further, makes us even weirder. We're now anti-vaxxers. There's all this stuff
Layers
for
and
us.
layers.
And then on the other side, for other people, is can they accept the fact that we are not walking down that path?
Mm,
We have to accept that they're walking down that path.
right.
So for all of us on both sides of the fence, whatever you want to call it, is there's this firewalk going on, and we're
Right.
all walking. We're all the common thing is we're all walking a firewalk. It's just a different firewalk, but the
Right.
fear is the same. It's fear,
Hmm.
right?
Right.
FEAR. You can put whatever you want at the beginning or the end of it,
Hmm.
but the common thing is fear
Right.
and freedom. Because we're wanting we I think the freedom we're looking for is different. Because the
Hmm.
freedom that we're looking for is sovereign. It's a sovereign freedom. It's a heart freedom. It's a spiritual freedom. It's life affirming freedom, right?
Hmm.
And actually, what the others are looking for is that when they've had this thing, they're free. They can travel. They can see their loved ones. They can go to the bar. They can go to the pub. They can go to a restaurant. They can go on holiday. So that theirs is a perceived freedom within the system.
Right.
So now what I'm going to do, we've done the firewalk, and
It's
now
good.
the
Hmm.
spray that
Beautiful.
I'm going to do now while we're on the firework. This one's called Ruby Redwood. Can you see that?
Hmm. Which
And
reminds me of like red wine or resveratrol or grape juice or something. It's beautiful. I love that
yeah,
one. Or
exactly.
blood, blood too,
So
which
yeah,
is life.
interesting. So Ruby
Blood.
Red actually is about clan. It's about tribe. It's
Mm,
about the bringing together.
right.
So this is what This is what it's about. It's about
It's critical. I gotta write that down while you do that. So, yeah,
it's
just
about
yeah.
finding our tribe, isn't it? It's about, everyone has family, but this is about finding our tribe, finding our new family, finding our brothers and sisters. This is about the coming together of actually very different people from all
Hmm.
walks of life and religions. And in England, we've got all the class system. So on a level, this now tribe. This is
Mm-hmm.
about our tribe coming together, cutting through the shit on all the levels, all the conditioning. So
Yeah.
our tribe is freedom,
Hmm.
right? We are, I know you and I feel we're both searching for the same thing, which is freedom, because we live under the illusion that we're not free.
So yeah, what is freedom?
Go for it.
I don't. Neither of us know, right? Like we're looking for yeah. It's like inner freedom, whatever that means. I don't even know what that means. What does it mean? It's to live fully in the heart and follow the heart all the time and kind of not be locked into a certain way of doing things and uh, to dance and sing freely, like just to allow that spirit to run through us, like we're locked into. Oh, what is this?
Bill,
It's a
it's
challenging
called
show here.
illusion.
Illusion for a reason.
No, right?
Yeah.
We're
Hmm.
we're in the illusion that we're not free.
Right. And we're
We're in the illusion that we haven't got a tribe. We're in the illusion
that we're
that there's all
alone.
this physical stuff around us.
Yeah.
We're in the illusion that we can't survive out there without big tech and everything else. I mean, what a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I had an amazing conversation actually with a guy yesterday. Um, and I can't. He follows a philosophy, and I can't remember quite what the philosophy is that he was talking about. But basically, it's just recognizing that we are all the same with source energy.
Yeah, I mean, it's this quantum realm. So I think we're moving from this like 3D physical material, everything's like A, B, and C, to the quantum realm where there is no rules. It's like we're beyond all of that, and we're infinite beings, Charlie. And we came in with the illusion that we were free when we were already in the matrix. But breaking through the illusion, we can find our true freedom. That's beautiful.
However, though, their matrix was just an illusion
Yeah.
because we were free.
Hmm.
But the conditioning is
That we're not.
that we're not. So we came in with the illusion that we were free. Actually, we were free. The illusion was that we were in the matrix.
Good.
But breaking through the illusion, we can find our true freedom. So it's not about breaking through the illusion. We have to let the illusion go.
Right. And we can't force it away. It's a surrendering. So if we contract and we hold on, like, I'm going to force my way to see this, and it's like you're just going to stay stuck. But it's a surrendering, a forgiveness, a releasing, a letting go.
So yeah, I really like that, Charlie. Thank you. So we come
Yeah.
in the illusion that we are free when we were already in the matrix. So we were free before we came in the matrix. So the matrix is the illusion of not being free.
And we were told that we were in the matrix, or we were told that so we came in totally free, and we were told that, oh no, you have to follow these rules and do this, but we were still free even in that.
Yeah, and of course we're still free,
Yeah.
but we're in the illusion that we're not free. However, though, there's something else coming. So the real head spin is we're free, but we're in the illusion that we're not free whilst thinking that we're free. Did you get that?
I think you need to repeat that one.
So we're in the illusion. So we are free whilst being in the illusion of the matrix, whilst believing that we're free. So before I started all this stuff, right, I believed that I was free to travel. I had a passport. I could go to the pub. I could do whatever I liked because I was free,
Right.
right? But I was only free within the illusion.
Right.
So I wasn't free at all in the illusion, but we are free before we buy into the illusion. Do you get any of that?
Yeah, so in the 3D world, there's the construct of physical objects and physical things, and we can't walk through walls and we can't fly, but
The illusion.
and that's the and then but we have freedom to walk around the wall and do that, but it's still the 3D reality. It's still the illusion. And then at the same time, there's a program. Well, not a program. We're running. It's like within us. We're beyond all of that.
Yeah,
We're crazy today. This is fun.
yeah, absolutely. We are. You know, they did an experiment. Was it the CIA, the FBI, someone, and it was called. I'll see if I can find it. I've got it right here, Phil. Did you ever see this movie?
I may have seen it a long time ago.
So the movie's called The Men Who Stare at Goats, based on a mind-bending true story, right?
Right.
So The Men Who Stare at Goats is a hilarious comedy inspired by a real-life story. You will hardly believe it's true. Reporter Bob Wilton, Ewan McGregor, is in search of the next big story when he encounters Lim Cassidy, George Clooney, who claims to be part of the New Earth Academy, an experimental US army, according to Cassidy, a legion of psychic warriors with unparalleled powers who can read the enemy's thoughts, pass through solid walls, and even kill a goat simply by staring at it. Now, the program's founder, Bill Django, Jeff Bridges, has gone missing, and Cassidy's mission is to find him. Intrigued by his new acquaintance's far-fetched story, Bob impulsively decides to accompany him on the search. So they're making movies in Hollywood about what we just talked about.
Right.
The fact that you can walk through walls, the fact that you can read people's minds, but the construct is we can't.
So we've got this. That's what's going on right now. We've got this split of people are going, oh, I gotta stay in this construct, and then these other going, no, like I believe that I'm beyond this. It's like, no, I gotta stay in this normal or this new normal or this old normal. I gotta hold on to this, and at the same time, like all of this and the craziness is telling us like we're way beyond all of this, and we're fighting like this side and that side and like fear, and it's like, well, none of that, like that's all illusion. Like how do we step out of that and realize that we are that beyond that.
Well, in realizing that we are that, we haven't realized what we are.
Well, you know what? Well, with that, and we're more than that. We're everything
And nothing.
and nothing.
We're everything and nothing all at the same time, which doesn't
Right.
exist because the now, therefore, and before doesn't exist either, which is all a construct of illusion of mind. So there's a lot to let go of, Neo.
Yeah.
There's a lot to unlearn, right?
Yeah. It was fun watching The Matrix and how he was like, when he finally got to the point of surrender, like he realized he didn't need to fight anymore. I don't know if you like the end scene is like, he's just like, oh, I am light. Like I'm like, because at one point he realized his skills and he could manipulate the Matrix. And then there was like that ending scene in the third trilogy where he's just like, oh, I am the light. I am everything. But up until that, he was like, oh, I'm super fast and I've got all these skills. But it was only that total surrender to like, I am everything when he's like, when it just all dissolved. So,
Because then, of course, he realized that he was Agent Smith as well.
yep, exactly.
So, you know, we are all that, we are this light that the light people want to be, and we are the darkness that the light people don't want to be.
Right.
This is what we've got to recognize, is all of this darkness that's going on isn't darkness at all. It's just unresolved trauma.
I don't know if we'd said this on a show or I was talking to somebody about this, but we'll focus on like, oh my God, Bill Gates is evil and these other people are evil, when all that they are is somebody that's holding the polarity for us to go beyond this matrix. So this dark force is holding that. It's just that they're wow. Thank you, Bill Gates, for holding that side of the polarity, so that we can, emerge into the light.
You know, and I was at a stand in the park today, and people there were talking about, oh, I just wish other people would wake up. Well, we're the ones that have to wake up,
Right.
because if we were awake, we wouldn't be having these conversations wishing people would wake up.
Right.
Because when you're awake, it doesn't matter, because you realize it's an illusion, and they're just playing out the part that their part of consciousness needs to play out
Right.
in order to realize that they're not a part of consciousness, they are consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
And once we understand, or understand, because of course we don't want to understand, because to understand means to give your power away, that we understand. So we have an inner standing of what's going on.
I like that. Stand within. So stand within. Yeah.
Yeah, stand within self, stand within own power.
Mm-hmm.
Not understand or stand under someone else's authority, but to stand in our own power You know, and what is that's another real spiritual cliche as well. I'm not into spiritual cliches because what does that mean? I'm standing in my power. How can you be standing in your power if you're part of the illusion?
It's the dualistic nature of everything, right?
I'm in my power denotes that at some point you weren't in your power, so that's duality.
Mm,
So if you're in your power, that means you think that you're not in your power. So that's just duality. Power, no power, duality, right?
right,
Victor or aggressor, victor, duality.
right,
Right, wrong, duality. Light, dark, duality. It's just what it is. And what is it going to take for us all to wake up? I was talking about this a while ago to someone. It's like, what's it going to take to wake people up? And then I went, oh, okay. What's it
yeah,
going to take to wake me up? How bad is it going to get before I actually wake up? Because otherwise, it's a projection, right?
right,
It's pointing your finger at them. When are they going to wake up? Well, they might
right,
well be fully awake for all I know,
yeah.
pretending not to be.
Yeah, and we can go out there be judging people. Oh, look at them! They're doing this and they're doing that, and it's like, well, how do we know who they are? Maybe they're a hidden, wise sage or an enlightened being, and they're just playing a role so that we can come to peace with that. But if we're angry at them and like mad at them for doing that to us, it's like, well, okay, well, you're just in anger and madness of that's in you.
Well, what they're doing is they're showing us our anger and our madness, aren't they? They're showing us
Yep.
our duality.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, right there. Every time we're angry at somebody, or you know, triggered or upset, that's coming from within us, within our construct.
Yeah, so Charlotte's just reminded me of a saying, which is, I wonder what it would be like to be awake.
I think the fact that we can ask that question says something, right? I don't even know what to say about that, but it's
Well, it says that we're not awake. That's all about, really.
well, it says that, but it shows a level of awareness to ask that question. What would it be like to be awake? Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, it's the acknowledgement. It's the acknowledgement of not being awake, isn't it?
Right. Because if you
Because
go
there's
around going, I'm an enlightened being and I did my ayahuasca journey and like I'm a sage and wise one and like you just repeating that or like you just yeah you're like I'm empowered and like all those things. It's like, well, are you? Why do you need to like say that?
yeah,
Like a child doesn't need to go, I'm innocent. A
yeah,
child just is innocent and enjoy. They don't run around going, I'm joyful and I'm innocent and those things. They just are that. And they just be. And it's that childlike nature. Not childish, that childlike nature where it's just pure. And you're not thinking about I need to get there or I need to get this. And when I do this, I'm gonna be happy and these things outside of me are causing me fear or pain or joy. It's like no, it's coming from within. It's just a joy. I did like a little regression to childhood meditation, and the meditation was like focus on the joy of childhood, and I was in the little boy and I was running around the forest and it just felt great. Like I was climbing trees and I was riding my bike and it just felt wonderful. It just felt blissful. And I wasn't trying to achieve something. It was just I was just there in the woods in nature and being peaceful and quiet and a lot of times on my own. So
yeah. It's awake, asleep, good, bad, spiritual. I love that one. I'm spiritual, I'm a very spiritual person. I like that one.
yeah,
Because when someone claims something like that, they're not convincing me of anything.
right.
So if I have to tell anyone, if someone has to tell me anything, then we're just trying to convince ourselves that we are, that we're identifying with that action, right?
Mhm. But it's like Gable does in Zero Point, Gable Cousins, with it's just like releasing all of these things that we identify. I am a radio host. I am a builder. I am a manager. I am a like all of these I am are. It's like they're all those things that we identify with, like, and none of them are who we truly are, right?
Yeah,
And it's just releasing the. It doesn't mean you can't be a builder or a manager, but it's realizing that that's not what you truly are. You're
that's
not
not who we are.
like the I am consciousness is beyond that.
Yeah, that's just our identification label, so we know who we are.
Yeah, I mean it's useful in this physical construct,
Well, it's in case we forget that we're actually consciousness.
right?
So we then convince other people and ourselves that we're a carpenter or a builder or a manager or a human being. It's just we're just trying to remind ourselves. We're just trying to keep ourselves safe, right? So we don't shine our light too brightly. Do you know what I'm saying though?
Uh-huh.
Because
Yeah,
while we're busy with all these identities, we're not being who we are we?
right.
Well, and who we are, of course, is infinite consciousness.
Whew.
Let's have a spray fit.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Earth Dragon, so this is gonna round us out. I said that quite confidently then. Yeah, I've got another one on the shelf. So here we go, bro. Right, this one, Phil. This is Rainbow Dragon Deep Teal. So just allow that to flood into your field, because remember, we are infinite consciousness. Whatever I experience, you experience. Whatever you experience, I experience. Simultaneously at the same time. So whoever's watching now with that thought in time that you're me and I am you, and we are all that there is, ever, has been, will be, and is right now, let's experience as one deep teal. So if you allow yourself to sink right in and connect with your true essence of self, right into the middle of consciousness, expansive I am consciousness, allow the vibrations of that color and the sense and the tuning fork, the vibration, just enter right now into your being. Feel that consciousness. Just be engulfed in all that consciousness right now. Feel that consciousness in your hands and your fingers. Feel that consciousness slowly filling your whole body, all around your auric field and inside your body. Just allow yourself to be one for a moment. Just remember to bring back all the pieces of self, all the pieces of I am consciousness. Allow that to be. deep breath in and then let that out. And hold that realization that you are one, that you are infinite consciousness. Take ownership of the infinite consciousness, the all that is, the all that was, the all that ever has been. Just allow the possibility that everything other than that is illusion. Well, that's it, Phil. We can wrap the show up now. We've just spent
I think so. I don't know if there's anything you really follow that on. Infinite love and oneness and all consciousness and everything. Boom.
done. We've solved it. That's the illusion. Correct. It's all gone. We're all the same. We can smell from a million, trillion, gazillion miles away, and we can hear the same music. So isn't that amazing? You know, you're tapping on that block with that tuning fork, and we can hear that. So of course we can feel the vibration of these essences that I spray.
Right.
As long as we're not in the illusion of separation. I think we've just solved the riddle, Phil.
We have. We're just right there.
Right here, right now.
Can be in and out with my camera.
The focus is a bit in and out. I think that must symbolize something, Phil, the in and out of the focus.
Beautiful, man.
Well, that definitely changes energy up, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Right, let's do a bit of wood, because that's a bit of wood energy will bring us back to the
I thought we were the now. Wasn't that the now?
I think that was right now. Yep. I think that was right now. It's interesting, isn't it? To be totally so blissed out, there's nothing to be feared.
Yeah, I'm not even like, oh, what should we say or what should we do? It's just like,
Yeah. An interesting energy shift there, Phil. I think we
yeah,
shift a lot of energy in our shows.
we do.
Because I do find myself actually when we're in shows to I yawn a lot. I don't up until the show, no yawns. After the show, hardly any yawns. But during the show, I
Interesting.
think we shift a lot of energy. Oh no, man! Is Tim had anything to say on the YouTube?
No, I don't know if he's on today. There's only one watching, so it's either my mom or Tim. So I don't know. Nobody's commenting, so
Oh, they might now you've said that.
they might put that over there. All right. Well,
Can't have much of a show for no words. That's the trouble. Isn't it? I could sit here with you now like that and just hang out.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
And that, yeah. Because that's often a hard thing to do is to not say anything. To think we have to say something. It is live on YouTube, Charlie. Oh, my mum said it's me.
Hey, hi, Pat.
Hi, me.
Yeah, hi, me.
Patricia Madeley is me, and I am Patricia Madeley. I'm Phil Grist too.
Always.
Dancing,
Always, in all ways.
always and always. I must find a new camera this week.
Yeah, we can't just sit and yawn for the rest of the show, Phil.
Well, I think it's probably time for the end of the show.
What a nice little short one, you think?
Well, I think so. I think that's it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yep. That it feels like we've hit that point of really kind of.
This is what we both needed today, so that's good. Well, I'm Phil,
And I'm Phil.
and this was Infinite Consciousness Experience in the Phil and Phil Show.
It really was an infinite consciousness experience with the Phil and Phil Show.
So jump on our website. Thanks very much, Phil and Phil. It was just right. Thank you, Charlie, our top fan there. We love you. So go to philandphil.com, join our newsletter, make a donation to our show.
Yes, please.
Aw, thanks, Charlie. We love you. And yeah, we'll be back next week with more adventures in infinite consciousness, having a human experience.
In the illusion of separation and singularity. So we love you all. Thank you so much for your time and your willingness to show up on the show.